Yes, this evening we got Tanveer Ahmed, national spokesperson of the JDS, PKD Nambiar, BJP supporter, and Professor Gaurav Vallabh is also with us. Thank you, all of you all. Mr. PKD Nambiar, I'll begin with you first. Fine, under pressure, under duress, after much cajoling, coaxing, the minister of your government in Karnataka, Mr. Eshwarappa, the very tall BJP leader Eshwarappa, after open defiance, has today kindly agreed to resign, and he will do that tomorrow. But the point is, Mr. Nambiar, that even now, there is no corruption case against him. There is no FIR, which was the basic reason why Santosh Patil died by suicide. Corruption. Is this some sort of an escape mechanism where you are helping Mr. Eshwarappa to wriggle out?
I think, Sanketji, the first part is that you said that the BJP is a party with a difference and zero tolerance to corruption. I think this is what
I said there was this image of the Prime Minister where he kept saying, na khaunga, na khane dunga. Will that take a big beating?
At least in the last 8 years or in the 20 years of the Prime Minister's public life, we all have seen that he means to completely, and he has proven that in the last 20 years in his public life that na khate hai, na khane dete hai. I think one thing which is very clear in Karnataka during the Congress government, KG George, the former Home Minister of Karnataka, had to resign after 2 months it took. It is not even 4 days. The minister has taken a decision to quit or resign. That clearly says that
may I come in?
truly
one moment. You've been harping, in an earlier broadcast also on a sister channel, you said, look how fast and swiftly that the BJP has acted, that the government has acted, not waited, not batted an eyelid. The point is, had you acted swiftly on the repeated complaints and letters of Santosh Patil, he would not have been dead. He died because nobody was listening to him.
May I?
Yes.
So the idea is that an allegation, anybody can throw an allegation to each other. I can put an allegation to Gaurav ji or Sanket ji or anybody at any point of time. There may be a due process for any kind of an allegation. There are doubts. In fact, there were a couple of information which was in the public domain in the last 3-4 days that is that only purely because of this 40% so-called, you have even declared that Mr. 40%. If tomorrow, if the same Eshwarappa turn out to be, after an inquiry, there was no 40%. Even the Eshwarappa, he was till yesterday.
No, by the way, because you have alleged, let me just tell you.
I am only saying corruption is not acceptable. Whomsoever is doing it, whether it is an Eshwarappa or a BJP government or Congress government, it doesn't matter.
This word has been given to you. This title has been given to you by the Congress party, not NDTV. Okay.
But I think unfortunately, you also have been stressing on.
If you look at the screen, this is in quotes. It's being attributed. You can't fault me on the tools of journalism, Mr. Nambiar. We are attributing this comment from where it belongs. Okay, Professor Gaurav, PKD Nambiar, don't you think that it becomes extremely important for the sake of your image, the image of the party you support, that you carry out an independent probe and very quickly?
It's the problem of the kind of sunglasses the Congress and the JDS and the opposition party is wearing. They look at everything and they will see only in that direction.
He's just a supporter. He's not the spokesperson of a party. He doesn't understand politics. I don't think, you need to get somebody serious. You need to get a BJP spokesperson to speak about BJP. What does PKD know about BJP? Does he know anything about the system? He's not even an official spokesperson.
Let him answer.
You can't really have a person who is just a supporter. What do you mean a supporter?
I have been invited.
There are about a million supporters sitting.
Who are you, Tanveer Ahmed? You invited me to this show?
Mr. Tanveer, in all fairness, let me intervene here. Let me intervene. Mr. Tanveer, we have invited him to present the views of the BJP and he's doing it in whatever capacity he holds. His opinion matters over here. Everybody's view matters, please. Yes.
From street to represent BJP.
I think we're digressing. Let's listen into what he has to say, Mr. Tanveer. You can talk about those credentials later. PKD Nambiar.
So let me tell you one thing, that I don't generally get into the people who don't matter either in politics or in public life at all. I do matter, and
let's stick to the subject.
So
please.
let me tell you the people like
stick to the subject, please.
Today.
Nobody.
Sanket, just let me tell you. Today, for an example, when the Congress chief of Karnataka is the person who is out on a bail, who just came out of the jail for a money laundering and the corruption cases, and you are talking and putting up all the blame on BJP or for that matter to any party. If there was a corruption charges, if there was some kind of an issue, what is you expect from the government? The government should take file an FIR. The government should take an action. If the minister is somewhere feeling, even if it is in public life, anybody who has got an iota of doubt on them, they should quit. I am for that. And if that minister has decided to quit, rather than uploading the party,
what applaud? That's exactly the point. What applaud? You're asking me, you're selling a resignation as some paragon of virtue. Mr. Nambiar, this resignation has come after 2 to 3 days of defiance. This resignation still does not answer the basic question, what about the corruption FIR? And also an independent probe on the various charges, the allegations of the Contractors Association, who, by the way, should ideally be subservient to your government. But they are up in arms.
In the 70 years of India's post-independence, various governments across the country, tell me how many instances on an allegation in the second moment, how many instances the ministers have resigned?
We've answered this in the past also. The point is,
I'm just telling you how many.
The allegation of corruption, was there for over a month.
Sanket, may I?
The party
allegation, I've run out of time, but the point is, let us not sell this as some great quick decision that the BJP has taken. The allegation of corruption was there in the public domain. Each and every one in the BJP was informed about it. And because no action happened is why Santosh Patil had to die by suicide. So this is action which is late. Let's be very clear about that. Thank you very much for joining us on this discussion. News continues on the other side. Stay with us.